I'm thankful when people email me and send me these stories. When you send me to the link to the news website to the story that you want me to take a look at, this was one of them. I wanted to present this. There's not a lot of information there, but I do want to still share it. But before I give any commentary, I have to give a warning before you watch my video about what you're going to see. Some viewers may find the following content offensive and controversial. The information in this video comes from multiple sources, including court records, official police charges, news web articles, and interviews. This video commentary also contains my personal opinions about the facts of this story. The point is to use this story as a cautionary tale in hopes of preventing tragedies like these to children going forward. Viewer discretion is advised. That is your official disclaimer. A woman in Missouri is facing charges for the death of her 5-year-old daughter and for subjecting the child's twin to severe neglect. And I'm getting this information from ibtimes.com, IBT, so thank you very much for the article. Man, if a picture could tell you so much. You look at that, and that is just not only a bad looking woman, like her face looks like a sandbag. Like she's just a terrible looking individual. But I'm going to try to not mess this up, hopefully. We'll just leave it the way it is. Let's keep going. Both children showed signs of malnourishment and were found inside an apartment that had a pile of trash. The woman that you see on my screen, her actual name is Adair R. Fish. Adair, Adair, the letter R as her middle name, Fish, Fish. She looks like a mung fish in the face. 43 years old, called 911 and told police dispatch that her child had been dead for several days. Kansas City police officers were dispatched around 4:30 p.m. November the 3rd to her home on St. John Avenue, KMBC 9 reported on Sunday. Police entered the residence and found a strong odor of death inside the apartment. They also found piles of trash and debris anywhere from 2 to 5 feet high. She looks like the type to keep trash heaps and trash piles. 2 to 5 feet high, along with insect activity. Probably cockroaches, probably bugs. Hell, who knows? Rats, who knows? The child's decomposing body was discovered wrapped in blankets. That is absolutely insane. The body was in an advanced state of decomposition, according to documents filed in Jackson County Circuit Court, the Kansas City Star reported. If you guys are familiar, maybe you haven't smelled it yourself, but if you've heard about the smell of death of a human body, it is unmistakable. It is very strong. And one would have to also think, how did nobody else notice this horrid, horrid smell that lived around this area? So that was normal? Because it said that this baby's body was in an advanced state of decomposition. The second child was found unresponsive and immediately taken to a hospital along with that person, that thing. The deceased twin girl died from physical wasting caused by either malnutrition or chronic disease, the results of an autopsy revealed. The surviving twin girl showed signs of suffering physical abuse and significant neglect. Doctors found that she had bruises on her body, she was malnourished, suffered dehydration, and weighed as much as a 20-month-old child, according to court documents. The child also showed premature social behaviors because she was kept isolated. Due to the neglect, the child may reportedly suffer long-term effects, including permanent negative effects on her growth and cognitive development. The mother is facing charges that include 1 count of child abuse resulting in death, 1 count of child abuse with serious injury, 1 count of first-degree child endangerment resulting in death, And she was also charged with 1 count of child endangerment resulting in physical injury. Now, Fish was the legal guardian of the deceased child at the time of her death, according to Action News 5. She was responsible for the care, custody, and control of the children's health and well-being, according to Jackson County Prosecutor's Office. The mother had previously lost custody of the twin girls. Let me say that again. The mother had previously lost custody of the twin girls. Maybe that might be a failure of the system right there. Like, even in the face, she don't look like a suitable person in the face. Like, she looks slower than a bottle of molasses left in the snow. This woman looks slower than global warming in the face. This woman would lose a race to a turtle because she's just that slow. How do you lose custody and get custody back? That means that you were already a crappy enough parent, and then they gave you the kids back anyway, and look at what happened to them. She regained custody of them in November of 2019. Let me give you guys the fair usage. That is just terrible, man. Here we go. Federal law allows citizens to reproduce, distribute, or exhibit portions of copyrighted motion pictures, videotapes, or video discs under certain circumstances without the authorization of the copyright holder. This is called fair use. It is allowed for purposes of criticism, news reporting, teaching, and parody, which doesn't infringe of copyright under 17 U.S.C. 107. If you guys would do me a favor and please share this video, please click that thumbs up, leave a comment, let me know what you guys think. I only got a couple of news videos. Here we go.
Jackson County prosecutors have charged a mother with the death of a child and neglect of another. Court records say 43-year-old Adair Fish called police to her home on St. John Avenue November 3rd. Officers found one of the children, a 5-year-old, dead at the home. The other was unresponsive. Police say Fish told them that the 5-year-old had been dead for days. Doctors say the 5-year-old died from malnutrition and dehydration. Fish had previously lost custody of the children but regained it in November of 2019. Child protection advocates say cases like this can be very difficult to work.
It's really hard. Anytime you see children that are being hurt, that aren't being cared for, that aren't being taken care of, it can really take a toll.
KMBC 9's Peyton Headley talked with the Child Protection Center in Kansas City, and she'll have their message to the community coming up.
The goodness in me feels like I could have did something, even though I really couldn't.
A memorial sits outside of a Kansas City, Missouri apartment building tonight after a child is found dead inside one of the units there. Tonight, that 5-year-old's mother is in jail facing charges in connection to that child's death. Thank you for joining us for Fox 4 News at 10 o'clock. I'm Shannon Brousseau. Fox 4's Tia Johnson live for us at the Jackson County Courthouse with more on this developing story. Tia?
Yeah, Shannon, Fish faces several charges, including abuse or neglect of a child. Her neighbors say they never saw this coming.
I've been here 2 years and I never seen the kids, I never seen the woman, I never seen none of them.
Surprised by a ripple of events in her apartment building.
It's like when you watch the news, people are far, but this was literally in my building.
Ajane Brent lives in the same building where a 5-year-old was found dead nearly a month ago. Court records say that child's mom, Adair Fish, called emergency responders.
You know, it's funny how she has the last name Fish. That whole area probably smelled like fish. And you had this woman getting on that interview and saying that she never seen these people, which I think is a little bit odd. But on top of that, how did you not smell that? That was death. And even when the police pulled up, I don't know if they're going to say it here, but even when the police pulled up, they said that there was a strong smell, a strong odor when they walked up to the building. That smell is going to emanate from apartment to apartment. You mean to tell me nobody smelled that? Nobody thought that was odd with this woman? Somebody in the chat said she looked like Quasimodo in the face. She kind of do though, don't she? Let me get this up here. Damn, she does. Ooh wee. Whoever said she looked like Quasimodo, I think y'all got that right. At first, I was like, nah, maybe you might be over exaggerating. No, I think y'all might have got that one right. Whoever called that out, good job on that one.
Saying the 5-year-old was dead and her other child was unresponsive. Court records go on to say during the call, Fish said her child had been dead for several days.
That just breaks my heart. It just breaks my heart so bad because it's like that baby didn't get to go to Head Start. That baby was 5, so she didn't go to kindergarten. She can't do nothing.
Britton says she had no idea this was going on a couple of doors down, but according to court documents, there was a strong odor of death in the air when investigators got there. Investigators say the apartment was cluttered with trash, debris, old food, and other items. The dead 5-year-old was found among the debris. Medical records for Fish's surviving child said the doctor diagnosed neglect, psychological maltreatment, and concern for physical abuse.
I was just confused because they were upstairs.
And court records say Fish lost custody of her kids but regained custody in 2019. Shannon.
She lost custody in 2019 while looking like this. Look at that. That is quite terrible. But if we were going to talk about a failure of the, yeah, let me get this picture up here one more time. Look at that. That's exactly what she looks like. That is scary. That is scary accurate. She is the real live Quasimodo. But again, all jokes aside, they took custody for a reason. You don't just turn around and give the kids back to her. Like, she's proven to be a bad mom. That ain't just something you fix in a few classes, in a few promises, sign a few papers, and you get your kids back. I really don't think that she ever should have seen these kids ever again. Clearly something is wrong with this woman. But life in prison, get her out of there, sterilize that apartment, sterilize that whole apartment complex building. Them people need to know what fresh air smells like. That is absolutely terrible. So RIP to one of those twins. We don't have a name. We don't have a picture. Keep our prayer hands up in the chat for the other twin who has suffered dramatically as well. But keep those children in your prayers. Life in prison for her. That's it. Leave a comment. Let me know what you guys think. All right. About Quasimodo, a.k.a. Adair Fish. Fishy smelling self.